अंधेरा ओम शांति ओम शांति ओम शांति। का बाहों में वो बुला रहा, वो करुणा कर दया का सागर, स्नेह में सबको समा रहा। कर लो अनुभव प्रभु प्यार का, कर लो अनुभव प्रभु प्यार का, कर लो अनुभव प्रभु प्यार का। बाहों में वो बुला रहा, वो करुणा कर दया का सागर, स्नेह में सबको समा रहा, स्नेह में सबको समा रहा। आओ प्रभु शरण आओ, प्रभु शरण कर लो अनुभव प्रभु प्यार का। सुबह हुई जब आँख खुली तो कुछ घड़ियाँ कर प्रभु के नाम। सुबह हुई जब आँख खुली तो कुछ घड़ियाँ कर प्रभु के नाम। प्रभु किरण को हृदय में भर लो, कर लो आनंद दिव्य ललाम। प्रभु किरण को हृदय में भर लो, कर लो आनंद दिव्य ललाम। महामिलन की मंगल बेला, महामिलन की मंगल बेला, प्रभु मिलन जग मना रहा, वो करुणा कर दया का सागर, स्नेह में सबको समा रहा, स्नेह में सबको समा रहा। प्रभु शरण आओ,
Om Shanti. Good morning. It's the day of the sun, Sunday. It's very hot with the wood.
You have to tweak us.
Hearing
You have to tweak
others yet Murli. Om Shanti. I'll speak in Dutch. But if you the lungs of the family, it will be some of the same. De luisteren naar de vertaling als het kan. Ze zullen zij 78 volgende blok. Ik wil die vertaling moeten hebben van 88 voordat ik kan vertalen van 88. Ik wil dit translate van 88. Dat is het niet. Dus je echt basically could this is about 4 or 5 of them. Do that. The brothers maybe take up the seats in front, and if you stand a bit closer, because others they can't see their hands in them. Lewis, the Dutch speaking group can come here. There's space in that area there. If you send, you can see each other.
Keep some voice in my thing. Our voice in our prayer comes to the speaker. These are really sensitive.
Wherever it's that's
You better tell me about that. So I have to get sure about it. Sure that I'm gonna stay.
वहाँ हैं जावे के लोग उसके पीछे आप जाओ हिंदी बोलते नहीं हिंदी बोलते काफी आगे नहीं ज़्यादा इंग्लिश YouTube. Sit next to you and see. Once again, the Dutch speaking people should come to you. Those who don't speak English.
You can use the mic system.
Jullie heel graag, want ik wil echt goed mee. Ik heb Nederlands goed willen verstaan en dan niet kunnen volgen. Dus ik bij elkaar zitten zodat ik de plannen was uitsloten. Oké?
Main model.
Function. Reminds me of my one, where we have to get the translation sorted out first, and then we're dealing with how many dozen translations. We're following in Madhuban's footsteps. Reading today's Avyakt and why that for 49 years Avyakt would come and meet us and share deep insights, but also he would be underlining so many subjects that we needed to hear again and again. And one of the things the Prabhupada has always talked about has been intense effort. And then in so many different ways, so many definitions of what Prabhupada means by intense effort. There's one thread that goes through all those definitions, and that is, and these are two words that Baba used last week also, and he's continuing with that today. Be Abhiman, consciousness of the body, and then Be Han, which means the awareness of the body. So Baba said that Be Abhiman is the ego, the big ego, but the subtle one is Be Han, still the awareness of the body influencing me. And in that stage, my old sanskars, my old nature still pops up. And I say, what can I do about it? I am like this. I'm saying, no, you're not like that. Your original state was that state of purity. And so let there be quick transformation so that you no longer have to say, well, that's my nature. Those are my sanskars. And so this is a Murli from 2010, and Baba had already spoken about these things several times earlier, but again today, Baba's underlining those aspects. So Baba first spoke this on the 15th of November 2010. We weren't usually there at that time. In essence, hasten the speed of self-transformation and celebrate the completion ceremony of your nature and sanskaras. Copy Father Brahma in your every thought, word and deed. Today, Bhaktada is seeing 3 signs of fortune sparkling on each one's forehead. One is the fortune of the sustenance you have received from the Father. Is the fortune of blessings of the Satguru. He is seeing all 3 types of fortune sparkling. Each one's forehead is sparkling with all 3 types of fortune. Such fortune is not visible sparkling on anyone else's forehead. However, the fortune, the foreheads of all of you are sparkling with fortune. All of you can also see your own fortune, can you not? Bhaktada saw that each one of you has received fortune, but that the sparkle of everyone's fortune is not the same. The sparkle of some is very bright, whereas the sparkle of others is a little less visible. In fact, Bhaktada has given you all the same fortune at the same time. He is also teaching the same study. He has given you the same sustenance and also given the same blessings. The original jewels and those who have come later receive sustenance and teachings through the same Murli. And even when Baba would speak to the daddies, the microphone was on, so we would hear all the things Baba was telling the daddies. And so no private tuition for them, but the same teachings. Everyone receives the same blessings. The Murlis for the original jewels are not different. They are the same. However, the fortune that is visible is sparkling number-wise. Everyone is receiving the same sustenance of the Father's love, the sound emerging from everyone's lips is, my Father. Whether any of you came at the beginning or came later, each one of you says with your right, my Father. When you ask them if they have received the Father's love, they say with spiritual intoxication, I receive the maximum love from the Father. What do those who say, my Father, from the heart, say with that spiritual intoxication? My love is the most. Father first has love for me, because love is the Father's sustenance. By believing my Baba, you belong to Baba, and the Father belongs to you. Today, all of you have come. You have come in the plane of love. It is love that is pulled all of you and brought you here. All of you have reached here comfortably with love. This love from God is received only now at this confluence stage. You receive love from deity souls, but God's love is only received in this one word. What does Bhakta say on seeing such worthy children? Bath, children, bath. You were the handful out of multi-millions who have become worthy, and you will be the ones who become worthy every cycle. Sometimes we underestimate who we are, but if you think about the habits and the lifestyle of people out there, and the lifestyle that Baba has taught us, you see a big, big contrast. And so Baba's saying, you already are worthy. No effort to be made, but you're already worthy. Do you have such intoxication as you walk and move around? Does your heart also sing this song, Va, my fortune? You continue to sing this song, do you not? The Father is also pleased that all of you children are the ones who have a right. None of you considers yourself to be any less in receiving God's love. All of you have passed in the subject of love. Bhakta asks you, who has the most love? Who would say this? All of you know that your love is no less. The Father also says that all of you have passed in the subject of love, and this is why you say, my Baba. Not just Baba, but my Baba. Each of you knows how much love you have. Bhakta saw that all of you have passed in the subject of love. But now, according to the time, there is a need for self-transformation. Just self-transformation. We were also specially told that in self-transformation, there is a particular need at this time. Everything is needed the most in terms of self-transformation. Transforming your samskaras and your nature. The way I've done things in the past, if I'm going to continue to do the same now, I won't have moved forward. if I recognize what it is I need to change to develop my original sanskars of purity, then I'm going to pay special effort and catch myself before the old sanskars pop up. I was talking about the new year, and I think it means in terms of Diwali. So after Diwali, there is the Hindu calendar new year, and so for this Murli of 11th November, 15th November. Now that the new year has begun, the speed of self-transformation has to be fast. You are doing this, and you are paying attention, but the speed has to be fast. Bhaktada remembers that you had also promised earlier that in the new year you would bring about self-transformation. You have to transform your sanskars. But Bhaktada has seen that you now need to make the speed fast, for the fast effort that is needed for self-transformation. What do all of you think? According to the time, do you think that you are all making intense effort according to the fast speed of time? Or is it that it should be even faster? Every time I hear that a peace agreement has fallen through, I'm just so aware that time is running out. And so, yesterday again, the peace process coming to a grinding halt. It's interesting having that understanding and then seeing it happen and unfold in front of your eyes, and then hearing others Murli today. According to the time, do you think that you're all making intense effort according to the fast speed of time? Or do you think it should be even faster? Because according to the time, transformation of the time is taking place fast, but your transformation will be fast when the thoughts you had take place practically. We say we want to make intense effort, we wish to do that. Lord Savior's check. Thoughts that are not right have to finish. Just as when you put a full stop on a piece of paper, how long does it take to do that? You touch the paper and finish, gone. Thoughts that are not right, that is, useless thoughts, have to be transformed very fast. Are you able to bring about the speed that Bhaktada wants? Do you have that courage? Those of you who think you're able to put a full stop at a fast speed from now, that when children have courage, the Father helps, raise your hands. Seeing your determined thought, Bhaktada congratulates you, children. Bhaktada told you earlier too that the thought for this determination is, I definitely have to do this. So all of you in today's gathering have had this determined thought, have you not? All of you saw, the Dadis saw, all of you saw, but the majority raised their hands. You all saw that. So from tomorrow, let us celebrate the completion ceremony of your natures and sanskars. When there's a special event like today, the golden anniversary of Baba's Seva, it's a signal for a new chapter. Am I right? And so this is why Baba was saying, not tomorrow, but in Madhvan by that time it was 9 o'clock at night, so there's not much margin of the day. So Baba's postponing it till tomorrow. But today is the start of the day, and when there's a lot going on, many departments all overactive, can I still keep this calm and quiet? I see something and it's not what I was anticipating. Things are going like this instead of like this. And I just put a full stop and say, okay, Baba, what now? I just learn to flex and just move on. So I don't think it's tomorrow for us. I think it's today. Should we celebrate that? Those who raised their hands earlier, raise your hands. Should we have a celebration ceremony? Celebrate this ceremony with a lot of pomp and splendor, just as you have kept the aim for courage. In the same way, if along with courage, you also develop its qualifications, then it's not a big deal. Since you have the aim of becoming equal to the Father, you now have to make your aim and its qualifications the same. Follow Father Brahma. Whatever your thoughts, words and deeds are, first of all, compare them to those of Father Brahma. In the recent Murli, Sakhar Murlis, Baba keeps saying, don't remember Brahma Baba, don't remember Brahma Baba. And so, yes, my remembrance of Shiv Baba, and that will give me power and capacity to change. With the example who I see, to be able to understand what change looks like. That's then the example of Brahma Baba. Sometimes in the Sakhar Murlis, Baba will talk about following in the footsteps of the Father. But in the Avyakt Murlis, once Baba had become Avyakt, and nearly every Murli has given us the example of what did Brahma Baba do. Different words for that same idea. Just keep Brahma Baba in front of your eyes. Whatever your thoughts, words and deeds are, first of all, compare them to those of Father Brahma. Copy. I was using the English word copy. In a world, it is forbidden to copy. But Baba is telling you to copy Father Brahma. You would say that the incorporeal Father does not have a body, and so what is body consciousness to him? However, Father Brahma has been a bodily being. In fact, all of you who have surrendered, those who have surrendered, raise your hands. Those who have surrendered, raise your hands. What thought did you all have when you surrendered yourselves? That your body, mind and wealth now all belong to the Father. You did this, did you not? Did you do this? Raise your hands for this. So whatever you have surrendered is no longer yours. This body is not mine. This wealth is not mine. Father Brahma gave his body to the Father for the sake of service. So Father Brahma knew that the body was not his, but that it was for service. All of us saw the amazing example by the Gulzar, Brahma Baba, of course, the first and foremost example, because that was like day and night, 24/7, every day. But also with Daddy Gulzar, there would have been a date fixed for Baba to come, and we would see that Daddy's health is not so strong, but still get ready and appear. Sometimes even till 7:30 we would be thinking, can she come, can she come? Would she appear? And then afterwards she'd say, Baba has to look after the child. And so Baba continued to look after it till the end. So Father Brahma knew that the body was not his, but it was for service. So since you have surrendered all three, the body, mind, and wealth, then your body is an instrument for the Father's service, just as Father Brahma's body was for service. So your body is not yours, it is for service. So should you have scars that are there of ego of the body and of body consciousness, keep this in your awareness. This body is for world service. It is not mine. It has this thought. I'm sitting here now in Georgetown, not Madhuban. Who has this thought that this is the service?
It's not so bad, but it means that you have to be ever ready to do something. Hold on to that, not like an excuse not to do it. That's how I see this one.
Sister Gayatri is giving a very clear definition that Baba has given. That if you think that this body is for service, then no excuses. I can't say, but later, but maybe. Well, what about this? What about that? What about the other? No. I have to think that if Baba is asking me to do something, I have to be ever ready and I have to be available. Not even a thought, that I'm not worthy for this, or the thought, well, this is below my dignity. Why should I do this? So to be ever ready. It's not a question of where you live, but it's a subject of your consciousness and how you're responding to Baba and Baba's service. Rishabella is saying, our life is for Baba, not just the body, but everything. Baba's mentioned the details of all those things. I think if there's no more space on the other side, they can now sit back of the sister's side. So this body is for world service. It is not mine, but the Father has given it to me for service. Body consciousness and ego of the body will then finish. Ego of the body. The expression I was using is Dehi Abhiman, so the ego of the body. And then a slight awareness of body, body consciousness. That's then Bhan, so the softer aspect. Ego of the body causes a greater loss. Body consciousness is a little lighter than that,
that since you have given both of them to the Father, would you write on the forms that you fill in? Teachers, you ask for the forms to be filled in, do you not? So would you ask them to write on those? That this life of mine is now the service. This is the surrender form that teachers write in Bharat. The system for surrender on a physical, practical level in Bharat is very clearly delineated. It's 5 years. A year, 2 years you've been coming to the center, and 5 years you're on trial. And if the teacher in charge of that center decides that it needs to be longer, it continues longer. But otherwise then you surrender and it's a permanent situation then. But of course, most important thing is the surrender of the heart, the surrender of the intellect. So other things then are very simple. I've surrendered my intellect to God, and God is guiding, and all is well. But this life of mine is now for service. All of you who have become Brahmins, that was not for everyone, not just teachers, but all of you who have become Brahmins, the word Brahmin, the ones who have taken the second birth, the spiritual rebirth, and so nothing to do with the caste system, but I recognize Baba, I recognize Brahma Baba, and I say I'm Brahma Baba's child, I'm Shiv Baba's eternal soul child. And in that awareness, I say, I want to do all the things that both fathers are asking me to do. And so you then follow the principles of Brahman life. So, all of you who have become Brahmins have promised the Father, the body, mind, and wealth all now belong to the Father. They are not mine. So then, the samskaras that take birth out of ego of the body or out of body consciousness. This is why I made a promise today of finishing these samskaras, because it is these that cause obstacles in your revealing the Father. I get angry, and my logics then say, I thought you're supposed to be a peaceful soul. And so it creates an obstacle. People challenge whatever it is you have said. All of you have this enthusiasm, but Dada continues to hear this, and you all continue to say that you have to reveal the Father. Until now, the Brahma Kumaris and Brahma Kumars have been revealed. The Father's revelation that God has come is still incognito. You are making effort for this, but the sound of revelation now has to spread. Our Father has come. There's a woman who's a film producer at BBC and in London, and she was working with another person who's also a producer, and he was open to hearing quite a bit of yarn, and so she was telling him, and she told him that God comes in Mount Abu, and he says, I want to film that. And this would have been around 2018, 2019, something like that. And so we say to her, and explain to him that he has to understand the lifestyle of the yogis to be even able to come to Madhuban and spend that amount of time. And especially, you don't see Baba with his eyes. At least Brahma Baba you saw with these eyes, but now you just see that he goes there and you say Baba. It doesn't match. So what's going on? And he told him and he said, well, yes, I understand, but the only thing I'm interested in is to see how God comes. And meanwhile, while these discussions were going on, COVID came, and then that Gulzar flew away. And so when COVID was finished, he again approached her and said, well, I can travel to India now. And she had to say to him, well, the chariot is gone. So he was very disappointed. But even when Brahma Baba was there, the people just saw the physical form of Brahma Baba, amazing, charismatic personality, and just that figure was quite stunning, even in his 90s. Some of you saw that in Rama Shankar, who came to Guyana. Again, she left in her 80s, but until the very end, you see her face, and she was the daughter of her father, Rama Baba, and you could see such beauty and strength. And she was a woman, but the features were strong features like Rama Baba. So you had to recognize the soul that came from Brahma Baba. And then especially with that exam, early days when people used to say to us in London, you had to fill in a form about your faith and so on. And they'd say, well, I only really believe this when I see it happen. And Daddy would say to them, wait. You're not ready for Madhuvana. So the recognition was anyway subtle. And today, Baba's invitation is first, and there's a lovely song. Baba's not going to come down to you to meet you, but Baba's willing to meet you, but you have to go up to meet Baba. It's a Hindi song, and I don't think anyone can sing it for you. It's a very lovely song. You can sing it? You've got... I'm going to remember the proper lyrics. I might remember the words. Yeah. Okay, we'll find it. But that's the thing, that you have to go up to meet me, and we're going to come down to meet you anymore. So the versions, that's right, but then you say Baba Bulare, Baba's
निमित्त निर्माण निर्मल
Play.
बाबा बुला रहे हैं बच्चों वतन में आओ अब मुझको ना बुलाओ तुम मेरे पास आओ
that song for the last some years.
Now we know it.
Now you know it. So our Father has come. These are the versions of God, not the versions of the Brahma Kumaris. This revelation has to take place now. Your natures and sanskars have to be transformed. Revelation will take place. It's a proof of nature and sanskars transformed. Revelation will take place through the face and activity of each one of you. Chera, Charan. I didn't realize that Baba's been using this expression since 2010. But I've been hearing it a long time now. You have to reveal the Father. You are doing that, but the sound now has to echo in everyone's ears that God has come, that our Father has come. It definitely has to happen. Raise your hands to show that it has to happen. It has to happen, does it not? You raised your hands very well. Bhakti Dada is pleased that all of you have this deep love for it to happen, and it definitely does have to happen. So just as you will transform your nature and sanskars from tomorrow, in the same way, to do this is that all of you who have become Brahmins will have to pay special attention to your chart and have good wishes and pure feelings. You have given people of the world this work to see for how long they are able to have good wishes and pure feelings. You told them that it is possible to do this. Therefore, you can definitely do this. At any time, someone's nature or sanskars can confront you at a time when you do not have good wishes and pure feelings for that soul. So if you have this thought at Amrit Vela, I definitely have to have good wishes and pure feelings for every soul, you will then be able to fulfill the thought that you had to definitely bring about transformation. Situations will come. It is the duty of the situations to come. They are Maya, are they not? So it is your duty to be victorious. But tomorrow, make a group among yourselves with those who are instruments and have a discussion about how to put into practical form the thought that you have had. Finish. That was using the English word. Finish. Put a full stop. You raised your hands, did you not? Those of you sitting at the front raised your hands. So you will have to become instruments for this. In the beginning, so many came with so many sanskars in front of Father Brahma. In the beginning, Father Brahma saw so many games of sanskars. However, with the Father's cooperation, he continued to move forward and inspired others to move forward also. And as a result of that, there is such a large number today. Even though there were situations of upheaval tiredness or another is a sign of carelessness of one kind or another. Since you have to do it, you would have to let your thoughts and service.
That's output.
Let your
So some going out, we need some going in.
And
Give
today,
me this. Hold on.
on seeing the
Which one
majority
is it?
of you
You know which one
raise
is
your
it?
hands to finishing those
Input.
transcribes, but Father
what
is
is that?
congratulating you again.
This one. Got that one.
Portion is strongly and to the remainder of the love. Those who have come for the first time, is nice. Raise your hands. Here there is
Some
some
kind of inputs that I could. Yeah.
stand up those who come together in the last 5 years. It's easy to see you if you stand up. And we see your faces. So I'm sure that in a moment. So my question. Because at the moment it's only 4 listening. I'm sure there's more. There must be more. Some people don't know when they took the. Okay, thank you. The God is talking to you. Although you have come last, you can go fast. And those who go fast, go first. Upon such a wonder, you have this chance. Don't think that you have come last. No, you can go fast. However, we definitely do have to make fast efforts at every moment. We definitely do have to commit. Don't leave it to the future. I will see to it. I will think about it. Do not do this. It is good. We like your home. Your home at the bestower, do you not? All the brothers and sisters
Okay.
are also welcome. All of you grown children everywhere, please accept Godfather's life door remembrance. Godfather knows that some children are seeing and celebrating a meeting while sitting far away. To all those children everywhere, Godfather is saying, just as the majority of the children raise their hands to finish their sanskars, all of you together are also raising your hands collectively for this. You are having the thought of bringing completion of time first. Then, for the completion of time comes, you will reveal both Father Brahma and Father Shiva everywhere, saying, Our Father is one. It's a question of awareness. You just feel the image of God as light that will be revealed at the end. But it's not just that people will recognize that light as the light of God. Better?
Just saying, but I'm just. Falling down on it, right? Even the mic is for people, the sound is really good.
Many think that it will only be Shiv Baba's form that will be seen in visions everywhere at the end, but it's also the form of the instrument through whom he did so much with the task of recreation of heaven. And so the memorial in the three Abrahamic religions is definitely of an old man in the sky. And so where did this image come from? It's the image of Brahma Baba. And so the last thought before souls return home will be of Shiv Baba, being of light that's being remembered in all the memorials, but also Brahma Baba. Okay, by the same book. You have to reveal both Father Brahma and Father Shiva everywhere, saying, Our Father has come. Let there be the Father's revelation on everyone's lips everywhere. Now this year, have the thought that you definitely have to reveal the Father. Half the work has been done from 1954 through to 2010 was half the work.
What about six?
That was the different era. It was through vibrations, but active service started around 1954. So visions and inspirations, that was directly God. When the service era started later. But having done half, and the rest was usually very fast. When you've gone beyond the halfway mark, then say, oh, it's going to finish soon. The Father has revealed you children in front of the world. Now the task of you children is to make this sound reach every child of the world. God has come. Seeing each one, but that it is giving each of you love for the saints' name and yard, love and affection from his heart, and giving love and remembrance filled with zeal and enthusiasm. It is the term of the Karnataka zone of the service. Huge area, huge service, amazing centers for Baba, really big. So it's that zone. To take this chance for service means to receive the chance of coming close to the Father. Look, because of service, so many people receive a chance to come. The system in India is that the family is so big, we have to give a quota to every zone about how many people can come for their turn to meet Baba. And the zone that's going to take care of service, usually it's about 10 to 11,000 people who come for service. And so, and sometimes it becomes bigger than that. So that's when they take the chance to bring whoever wants to come. And then they're supposed to be on service, but some are there, some are not. But it takes about average 10,000 of the people in the zone to take care of the 25,000. And of course, then it's 2,000 husband nurses who are guiding them because they don't have the system. Every group has husband nurses headed to 500 people. So it's about 50% of the group that has to look after the big numbers. They ask us, they used to ask us, now they don't tease us anymore, but they used to say, when should we have a turn for the foreigners to look after everything? And the artists would look at each other and say, wait, not yet.
Maybe the part is provided cheap.
That too. Can you imagine churning out thousands of chapatis? Because even though they had the machines, but yet they half the work is done by mothers. The rest, yes,
Not
it's
the
the
same
machines.
as making that. Those are not same as this big hands.
The unlimited service that Madhavan does for us is incredible. It's incredible. And now when we have our season upstairs in that sense, and when we have the integrated retreat, it's downstairs, so the people in Shantiman arrange everything with all the different factors of vegan, dairy, chili-free, chili, gluten-free. All of that gets taken care of now. Not since the last 5-6 years after COVID. Before COVID, we didn't hear about gluten-free and dairy-free and whatever. There were a few people who sorted it out for themselves quietly, but now the whole dining room, separate for those free. And they're quite complicated.
But the time of destruction, you will not get anything. Don't know why we
But during the season, upstairs in Jansrova, Pandit Bhavan anyway is having its kitchen renovated big time. But Jansrova, we have one of these systems in place. After I saw that many new ones have come for the first time, those from the Carnatic zone who have come for the first time, raise your hands high. Many have come for the first time. It is good. The growth of Karnataka is good. Just as there has been this growth, so now also spread everywhere the wave of the method making intense effort. Claim this number, claim a number in the finishing of some stars. Can you do this? Those of you who think that you can claim the first number, raise your hands. It is good. Create a gathering among yourselves and make a program. Whether making effort is different, trying to make effort. All are united, there are different places, but all feel one. Now perform this wonder. You have this courage, you know. You have this courage. Bhaktada continues to receive news. Write to Madhavan every month about your transformation. You will write, you will not. Every month, let the past be the past. Now demonstrate this by claiming number one. This good. Bhaktada saw that the service is good, and he now wishes to see the gathering united. Become an example. Ready? Are you ready? Raise your hands. Let's see. You will receive the results in 1 month. Lots and lots of special love and remembrance. And the blessing. May you finish all rites with the consciousness of mind, with the method of completely surrendering yourself and so become an equal companion. You made this choice. I will stay with you. I will go back with you. And we will go together. You will be able to fulfill this promise. Then you become equal to your companion. Equality will come by your surrender. When you have surrendered everything, all your rights to those things, and those of anyone else will finish. For as long as you have a right to it, something is lacking in your full surrender, and so you cannot become full. So in order to stay together and to fly back together, quickly become full. For as long as you have a right to something, there's something lacking in your full surrender. And it's simple. Use your time, breath, and thoughts in a worthwhile way is the basis of success. The Avyakt signal: remain constantly cheerful, be easy-natured and tolerant. When you have an easy nature, you will automatically have the power to help out. When you have an easy nature, you will be loving and cooperative with everyone. To the extent that you have an easy nature, accordingly, Maya will not oppose you as much. When you have an easy nature, you do not have waste thoughts, nor do you waste your time. Your intellect is unlimited and far-sighted. This is why no adverse situation comes to oppose you. It is a very auspicious day. It's the summer equinox. It's the time for International Day of Yoga, and it's also World Meditation Hour Day. And Father's Day. And we had the two fathers speak to us today, sharing all their blessings. And Mama's month also. So it's highly auspicious. And so to make the promise to Baba that yes, we're going to do what you're asking us to do, is filled with goodness. There's extra energy available to take. So today is third Sunday of the month. All brothers and sisters will be having collective yoga from 6:30 to 7:30. With your angelic form, give the unhappy and peaceless wandering souls the pure rays of happiness and peace, and do the service of reminding them of God who is full of support. And there's more. And these are the special points for spiritual endeavor. Adverse situations make you a Mahadev, a brave soldier, and your authority of experience continues to increase. If you imbibe a weakness once, then this weakness coming means all other weaknesses will come. When one evil spirit comes, then all the evil spirits come. Even if there is one evil spirit in particular, all the hidden spirits will also come. Therefore, become free from the evil spirits of ego, anger, attachment, lust. And Mama's specialities. Mama always stayed in solitude. He would wake up every morning at 2 a.m. and would sit in Baba's remembrance in solitude. In this effort of Mama, we would sometimes see Mama's perfect form. all day to digest. This practice of things the Buddha has talked about. But in particular, the change some styles of fast sleep. I think many of those who are here have been with Buddha for decades, not just a few years, many years together. And yet we still complain about ourselves that we haven't changed our sense lives. And other people complain about us that we haven't changed. But this moment with God's special blessings, and especially a new beginning for Trinidad, new beginning for Guyana, both places. And Suriname sentence started a couple of days. 1980.
But we had been going and come.
Okay.
80 or 81. More than.
Trinidad started, the center started 76. In
Suriname
Suriname,
service started in 76.
visitors went.
Yeah.
I went in, I think, December 75.
Dadi also went without center. Dadi Jayanti went with center, but Vincent was.
Daddy Jayanti would have gone after 78.
But center was not that tough.
He wasn't there. Yeah, Daddy didn't think about
I go back to Barbados, I think in 80. The Barbados before Suriname.
But the point is, what was saying for all of us, the new beginning. And so can we make that faith in our hearts and really attempt to do that? From the visible factor, your face and your activity. I can't say to Baba, I've changed when everybody else is around me telling me you haven't changed.
Yes.
Has to be a certificate from everybody else. And so the Buddhist really gives us very clear guidelines of how to make things happen. And so also again, putting a full stop to the past when I do this. And I have nothing but good wishes and pure feelings for everyone. It means forgetting about the past so that I'm not carrying that burden of the past myself. And so my mind clear and clean, my intellect connected with Baba, so my intentions are able to serve with every thought, with every breath, with each moment. Then the mind body wealth will happen. But if I don't have my thoughts in place, my intellect in place, how can all of that happen? So God is reminding us that the gross form of body consciousness, the ego, and with that, but also the subtle awareness of body. And that's connected very much with I and mind. And so I say I've surrendered to Baba. I think even people living at home would say 40 years, 50 years, I've surrendered to Baba. And so it's not a thing that's exclusive for those who live in the center, but all Brahmins, as Baba reminded us today. All Brahmins, as soon as you say, mine and yours, and I accept that this is my Baba, and Baba saying to me, yes, I'm yours, and that's the moment of surrender. It's a subtle thing. When did I say to Baba, everything I have is yours? Have I maybe not yet said that to Baba? And in what way have I not said it to Baba? What is it that's holding me back? And I really truly say, yes, I'm yours. This body is for you to use for service. My mind is for you to use for service. The story of Janak. He's trying to get onto his horse and he gets pulled back. You just give it away. It's not your horse. And so my mind surrendered to Baba. It's not possible then, if it's true surrender, And I can't be thinking about the past. I can't be having these thoughts. And so to finish them. Very perfect, Murli. Your celebration. Strong, Murli. But in fact, it's very interesting how they all say we love the Avyakt Murlis, and yet they are very strong. They're giving us a very clear picture of what we need to do. We've come a long way, but there's still a long way to go. But I'm not sure what to put in at what time. I just really want to say thank you to the teams and Suriname. Or Suriname, thank you for coming. And there was some Trinidad also. But thank you especially to Trinidad brothers. There are many here. Why? Because to put together a program is not easy. If you're putting together many programs in the space of a short time, it takes everyone's collective energy to make that happen. So thank you to Trinidad, but also thank you to Amanda and many contributed to make things happen in a beautiful way, and more to come this evening. But I also want to mention everybody has contributed to service here, and there's so many of you. Right from the first row, the second row, the third row. As far as I can see, there's people who've been playing a major role. But there's two people I want to acknowledge especially, and that is Vandana from Bharat. Right in the middle. Vandana, stand up, please. And also Poshikai. At a time when it's retirement, most people it's time to sit in a rocking chair. And for Baba's children, it's the beginning of a new life. And so Koshikai said, I'm retired now, I'll go wherever Baba wants me to go for service. Hillary then was listening. And she pulled them here. And so big thank you for your incognito, your tireless service that I've been seeing, but I've been hearing about it for a long time since you came. And I think since you came, you haven't gone back to London. You had the option, but you decided it was more important to stay. So thank you very much. But as I say, many incognito servers who don't want to be mentioned by name. Everybody's contribution is beautiful. How could anything happen without the love of the family, the love of the brother? The formal celebrations later. Anything else that needs to happen now? Holy and blessings. And breakfast will be across the road. Yeah.
Yes. First, we want to pray here, the announcements. So, welcoming relatives and some of the relatives here, you must see. And so, for this evening's program, we are expecting guests here with us. And so, how we set up the place, we almost 100 now. I think this is about at least 150 of us together. So, if we are expecting guests, means that, dot. What was the word? Surrender, no? We might have to surrender some of our own thoughts here, accommodate guests. No? Is it okay, boys? And so I'm talking about those who will be coming to the public program, as guests to the program. So we would like you to cooperate with them. And so the thought is that we will offer our space to guests, but not all, because so we will have to create a kind of overflow. And the thought is that PKs will be across the street, not all, no? So that we can accommodate guests and then come in if we have space. Because we don't have that big amount of workings. We try to.
How many chairs are there?
Here we have 205. And so it's a nice gathering this evening. It is almost full. Now you understand? So what we would like to do, and we will give exact instructions in the next meeting, so then we know how to flow. Okay? Is it okay? You understand what we're saying? Yeah? Okay. So this will take a little bit of our surrender, but across the street we will have this stream. We will have this stream, you know, like in Madhuban, some sit in the hall, and if it's full, we will sit outside in the tent or somewhere, and we can have the whole thing. Okay? And if we see that there is space, we can. We're looking at it. Yeah, it will be live stream. So that is why we would like to accommodate some of us across. And if there is space, we are trying still to have 4 chairs. But if there is space, then we can see, okay, one can come, one more can come. You know, what is that? Okay? So this is one thing about this building. About this building, we also try to complete groups so you can paper, not one by one, because this is a request also of the venue. So if you want to use the elevator, groups, so that you don't use the elevator 100 times, it may be 10 times 10. Okay? So this is one other request. The other facilities here, the pantry downstairs is non-BTV, so that is glass downstairs when you come in the reception. And we are also asking your cooperation. And when there are guests, the ushers will be there, follow the instructions of the ushers. Okay? I'm talking about the guest program first, so that is, no? Okay. Next thing about the guest program is when you come here and you have your bottle with water, we're requesting you to take diamond water. One, because it's a special request. There are different brands of water bottles. The water bottle that we will use up here, if we use it, let it be diamond water. And if you don't have to use it, then your own sweet container, so we can show it, not that plastic one, but this one. With water here, and then come with that. That is the best. Okay? Okay, understand? Okay. Program today. After this, there will be breakfast. after breakfast, we are expecting all of you to be here for our Brahmin celebration. By 9:45, we will start coming in. And when you come in, you get special instructions for what to do when you come in. Okay? So 9:45, be here, have your breakfast, and after the program, we will have lunch, little walk, cross the street, and then have our lunch across the street. I think that's it. You have anything more? No? Okay. There is a
Should be on time.
Huh?
Should be on time.
No. Please be on time. This is a little bit, because I'm in the program in the right way. And also, if we use apps, I'm working about those. Can we take care of this, posting them after finishing? If it's possible, be cooperative, because there are a lot of, yesterday we had a little harvest, big harvest. So we can help each other doing that. And your values safe. Just underline it. Keep your values safe, keep them with you, don't leave your purses and just keep them. Yes, and your telephone, keep it safe, keep it with you. So that, yeah, okay. And we don't have Wi-Fi access, and don't go for it, don't go buy data. But because we like to keep that space. So no, I'm not doing that. Because it's traffic control, we have to switch it off. We have to really take it off. Because even if you put your phone on silent, the traffic control app, it just goes through. So make sure, totally out. Okay? Thank you so much. It is International Yoga Day. It is your question? Yes, it is. There is one more thing. Thank you for reminding us, which is that we would like those who sit across, because this program here will be until 7. We have to clear this space on 7, this time. So after that, we go across. And those who are across, will be the ones who lead us into the world peace meditation. So take your, we will arrange this in such a way that the world peace meditation honor across will be there 6:30 to 7:30. And those who are there, those who will be the ones who will be there when the rest comes in. So let's fill the space for the wandering and peaceful souls of the same and servants. Okay? Yes. So how will we comfort Toli? Can I ask the ushers to guide us? Classroom. And the classroom upstairs. James, parents, Nancy, I sing. Lisbon will sing a song especially for the fathers during meditation.
निर्माण निर्मल वाणी ऐसी अपनी बनाओ संपन्न संपन्न
And those who serve or have to serve come first. Serve the breakfast come first. And stretch your hand so that they give stories. Okay? Fine. Okay.
इस धरती पर आकर जिसने कहलाया है प्यार ही प्यार, करुणा का सागर छलकाया निराकार होकर साथा बाबा शिव बाबा, बाबा शिव बाबा। इस धरती पर आकर जिसने फैलाया है प्यार ही प्यार, करुणा का सागर छलकाया निराकार होकर साकार बाबा शिव बाबा, बाबा शिव बाबा। कर्म कर्म के बिछड़े थे हम, ओ बाबा तुम आन मिले, रब मिलन की प्यास बुझी, खुशियों का अरमान खिले, अपना बनाया गले लगाया, मातन लेकर आना बाबा शिव बाबा, बाबा शिव बाबा, बाबा शिव बाबा, बाबा शिव बाबा। हमको दी पहचान हमारी, खुद से ऊंचा मान दिया, हरे करम करना सिखला कर जग में हमें महान किया, भाग्य जगाई है जन जन की, सब करके है उपकार बाबा शिव बाबा, बाबा शिव बाबा, बाबा शिव बाबा, बाबा शिव बाबा। आशाओं के दीप जलाकर अंधेरे
Nothing happened.